Hi, friends. So yesterday we talked about original sin, and that basically what that means is not a literal interpretation at all, and how we're here in this plane of duality, and we need light. Uh, we need dark to know light. Uh, But once we wake up from that illusion that we're sinners just by virtue of existing, which is a terrible self concept to have, and that we have to suffer and basically like repent for the mere fact that we exist and there is some outside God who is judging us. Uh, it's like, think about it. This is a horrible way to start your life. You haven't done anything and you're already guilty of just being born, right? So once we wake up from that illusion and realize that none of that is the case, and that we're souls, we're divine beings here in this Maya or Lila, playing a game of remembering where we came from, and we're so much more powerful than we know, and there is no outside God as an old man judging. But God is inside of us all, and this is our creative energy, which was so shamed in that original sin literal story. Um, so once we wake up from that gaslighting and I realize that our sexual energy is sacred, we are sacred. Sexual energy is source energy, and it's used for creation. And then, we stop dreaming looking on the outside, but we awaken looking on the inside. To paraphrase Jung here, then we begin to realize that it's our thoughts and feelings and imaginings, like the Buddha said, that create our reality. And the outside reality is but a mirror of what is inside of us. So then the outside serves as a beautiful reflection to show us what is on the inside. And let's say if a person is complaining like everybody's rude to me, everybody's unkind, chances are they're rude and unkind to themselves. Or if you're looking for somebody to love you, chances are you don't love yourself. Same, if you're looking for validation and sense of worth on the outside and you're not getting it, chances are you're not validating yourself and feeling your own self worth. So once we start to figure this out, at first we try to change the reflection, but then we realize, oh, wait a minute, I actually need to change myself for the reflection to change. And the change needs to happen on the inside, on the level of thought, feeling, and belief. So, this is the path to enlightenment, right? We're shining a light to what is inside of ourselves. And instead of being gaslit by the outside, telling us who we are and what we are, and this story and that story and whatever, we go to the source of all. And that's when we begin to learn things like emotional intelligence, uh, sexual energy transmutation, energy alchemy in general. And we start to be kind to ourselves and speak lovingly to ourselves and appropriate the qualities and virtues that we would like to exhibit. Because our self talk and the things that we believe in manifest on the outside. So it would make sense that any belief that we have adopted through conditioning, um, religion, society, that goes against our soul and who we are needs to be discarded. And we can create our own destiny by choosing what are we going to believe in, what kind of person we want to be. Do we want to be noble? Do we want to be wise? Do we want to be loving, kind, compassionate? And by appropriating those qualities and exhibiting them towards our own selves first, and having forgiveness for our previous ignorance and the ignorance of others, then we begin to create a more beautiful world, inner world, which gets reflected on the outside. And we begin to be a positive influence to the world because we have done the hard work of self examination, of cultivating our inner garden, of feeding our beautiful qualities and starving um, fear, doubt, jealousy, insecurity, anger, learning how to use with the energy of those emotions and how to express them properly in a healthy way without repressing and suppressing them, which causes more issues. So I believe this is the way of the future. And if, for example, the money spent to have an army and fight wars were spent on classes for meditation, emotional intelligence, sexual transmutation, society will advance very, very fast. And if those things are taught at school as well. But the good thing is that we don't have to wait on anybody to change anything and be in that victim mentality. We can start right now where we're at. And there's so many channels on YouTube that offer so much wonderful information for free, and books and counselors and spiritual life coaches, and the information is everywhere. But most importantly, if we turn within and begin to listen, there is an inner voice, there is that divinity on the inside that guides us. And our heart always knows what is right, what is true. Our soul knows the way back to the light, back to love, back to wholeness, accepting all parts of self, but being selective what we act on and what we encourage and what we water. So for me, the future is looking very bright because I believe that more and more people are waking up to these realizations and seeing how we do create our own reality. And the collective reality is the sum total of our individual realities. And the faster more of us unplug from the fear and transmute it into faith and believe in our own capabilities and believe that we're here to be great and believe that we have unique gifts to offer and a wonderful potential to unfold, um, then imagine what a world that would be, where we uh, make peace, love, joy, harmony our goals, and everybody's working towards them. And we realize that we're one human family, and in essence, we're the same energy, source, God. And we honor the divinity in one another. And everybody works on themselves because they know that this is helping the whole. And we actively love our own selves and honor our own selves and tune in to bring out our individual gifts that contribute to the collective. And we have learned how to work with our emotions and how to be vessels and channels for the divine. So there's this beautiful synergy and synchronicity and harmony between all. And I think Francis is confirming here. And love rules because we lead from the heart and we follow our souls, which are essentially, like spirit. So to me, that's something beautiful to look forward to and strive towards and um, make it a priority for everybody to do the inner work and to work towards that self love and self acceptance and be that radiant being of light, love, harmony, and peace. And and harmonize our energies within, so we can create the reality we desire without, and stop, fighting windmills and reflections, but turn to the projector itself and correct things at the root. And that is from gaslighting to enlightenment for you.